Hello everybody, my name is Merc. We are back, more Elden Ring. This is a new session. At the end of the last session, I actually went around and checked out some more merchants and I believe upgraded some stuff. Bought some more stone sword keys from the merchant in the western area of the Weeping Peninsula. But other than that, we're just gonna pick up where we left off. And I guess that means going up this castle elevator. This is quite the elevator. I didn't expect that much of a ride up, but I guess it makes sense. We're at the top of the castle already. Kind of immediately disappointing. I thought we would explore the inside of the castle a little bit, but we're just taken straight to the roof. Does this symbol mean that you can summon things? I guess it does. So, looks like we got a bunch of scaly misbegottens again. I'm just gonna keep calling them that. The one in the center that everyone is praising has a great axe, which seems to indicate that it has much more HP than the rest of them. We can one-shot the rest of them, but not that one in the center. Let's see what we can do, what kind of damage we can do here. Let's actually bring out the Noble Sorcerer. Actually, no, you know what? Let's bring out whatever is the most expensive out of all of these that we can summon. Because we can't summon most of them. What is our 65 FP is our max. Why can't we summon this one? Oh, it was just saying the red number indicates that it costs more. And we can't summon any of the bosses, of course. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's start with summoning some wolves, I guess, then. Ring our bell. I guess the bell's in the left hand and the ashes are in the right. Got our lone wolves with us. Got a dog to our left. Doesn't look like anything is reacting to our presence just yet. Let's see if we can maybe deal with the dogs first. I'm gonna come up here. Take care of this dog. Of course, there was a second. Our wolves got in the fray as well. Not a whole lot up here. Oh, they're already fading. They are already fading. Are they? Or are they just indicating that if I went too far that direction, they would fade? Honestly cannot tell at the current moment. I really expected something to be back here. An enemy, particularly. I'm hearing the wolves panting and I'm panicking a little bit, thinking they're dogs. Of course, there's also a lot of noises to our left, behind the wall there. Which I'm sure you hear. It sounds like clattering of a battle. Okay. My message was appraised. What messages do we even have? Try fire, try jumping. Oh, really? The try jumping one? Forgot. Forgot that we also put down try fire in front of the Erdtree avatar. Seems like that might be it for the dogs. It looks like, oh, there's a mad pumpkin boss right there. Or I guess he's not necessarily a boss anymore. Just destroyed that so it won't be in the way. Doesn't seem like these dogs have that much of a timer, or a timer at all. They were probably flashing to indicate that they are just leaving the zone. Well, I think it's time to deal with this nonsense now. How do we want to do it, though? Try pulling one at a time. Shoot him in the back of the skull. Seems like that is working. With our dogs, though, I'm not too scared. We'll, shoot one more at least. That was definitely a headshot. Oh, something got parried or something to our left. It was a big noise. But it's guard broken to the left, I guess. Oh yeah, we might as well pick up all these butterflies. Not our best start of a battle, but at least we didn't get hurt that time. The wolves are still in battle. Again, it doesn't seem like these summons do that much crazy damage, at least at their base level. But they do draw aggro. Oh, that was just some bad dodging. Pull out our flask. Top ourselves up as our wolves deal with this creature. It looks like they're actually losing this battle. But I got a backstab on him. And I'm not too scared of this man in particular. One of our wolves is near death. It's unfortunate. Get all the butterflies that we can. Another one over here. Let's see what was at the top of this pyre. Looks like it's dressed as one of the frenzy men that we encountered in the ailing village. So I wonder if these misbegotten and the frenzied folk do not get along. Although it does make me wonder how the misbegotten got up here in the first place. I guess they took the elevator. Is there anything I wanted to check out? I don't believe so. Treasure chest ahead. I feel like we just got an item and I did not acknowledge it. We got the fire grease. Oh yeah, what I wanted to do actually, this is what I was thinking I was gonna do. Create a bunch more fire pots since we just got a bunch of butterflies. I knew I had something on my mind that I need to check the inventory for. Seems our doggos has disappeared. Let's see if we can... Oops. How many FP do we have? We have 10, so I don't believe we can summon anything else. This costs 11. Well, if I kill one enemy with that one axe, this axe, the sacrificial axe, let's try it. Time for rolling. I think it indicates to me that this room might be safe and it's just an area to destroy everything. I do want to kill one enemy though. Before I open that chest, I did see a treasure chest up there. This is a situation. Oh, that man didn't die. Now he's dead. So they were Lord Sworn's greatsword. These scaly misbegottens were hanging out with the Godric soldiers. What's up with that? Oh man, look at its back. It has like a vestigial wing or something. It's got like a chicken leg or turkey arm. I don't know. Chicken wing. That's the word I'm looking for. on its back here. Kind of imagine that this man wouldn't die in one hit with this axe, but it is still good enough to get the job done. An old Fang. New recipe or new material item. Doesn't look like there's anything down there. Old Fang. A rarely seen fang, or rarely seen specimen of a beast fang. Found by hunting carnivorous beasts, these multiple overlapping fangs grow from a single root. Perhaps they're a vestige of the primordial crucible. What does that even mean? We also didn't read the human bone shard, I realize. A fragment of bone with dun modeling. Found by hunting those who live in death, lamentably brittle, it crumbles at the slightest caress. Okay. We did get our FP back. We're using the sacrificial axe. We'll switch back to the heavy great axe though. What does this message have to say? Something incredible. Time for victory. The Claymore. Ooh. So we got some new swords to look at. Let's look at the Claymore first. A large sword with a long, straight blade. This heavy sword is usually wielded with two hands. Actually, I think we've seen this. Although it has the Lion's Claw skill. Skill of the Redmanes who fought alongside General Radahn. Somersault forward, striking foes with armament. I feel like we have seen this already in a shop or something. And then we got the Lord Sworn's straight sword. We already had a great sword. Well-crafted straight sword with an illustrious design, wielded by regulars of a lord's army. Though blackened and damaged by years of use, it appears to have otherwise been kept in a serviceable condition despite the soldiers having long since lost their minds. Okay. New weapons are always good, although not necessarily what we're going to be looking for this character. We already kind of set in stone as to what we're doing. Another thing that I did on my own time at the end of the last video, I made a second, I duplicated the ashes we had, the stamp sweep ashes, to get another heavy affinity that we could use on another weapon. Here's, we got quite a battle here. The foot soldiers and Godric soldiers battling scaly misbegottens. In fact, I mentioned we have another heavy weapon. Oh, I thought I already made it heavy. I guess I looked at it and the stats weren't good enough to justify. So this scaly misbegotten won this battle. And it's immediately turned to another direction. Did not think to attack me. How's this battle going? Pretty even. How about these? This dude is dying pretty quickly. I'll take out this one. This man is hacking away at a corpse over here. I think it was alerted to my presence. I guess I got a little too close. Oh, that's a new animation. I've not seen that one before. Something died behind us, which means another battle is over. It was that foot soldier crossbowman. And now we got two scaly misbegottens here. One left. Thankfully he had a rather slow wind up on his jump attack. We got a brass shield. Nice. We're hanging out at some gallows. There is the other battle we heard. I wonder if these all seem to be regular looking misbegottens over there. Okay. I see another creeping in the distance and more hanging out to the left. Kind of just walked up here without looking too hard as to where we could go. We could also have went down the center path there, which I imagine will lead up back behind that wall. We'll make it up onto that rampart. You can also climb up that way. It looks like there's a ladder over there. Maybe that's how you climb down. Since, yeah, it appears we cannot get up there. Otherwise, I don't see another obvious path. Let's go see what this other item was. Imagine this isn't trapped. A steel wire torch. Ooh, a new torch, you say? It has a fire breather skill. And it's more damage, slightly better in most capacities, except it weighs more. Torch wound with metal wire. The flame can illuminate dark locales or be used to attack enemies heavier than a normal torch, but the heated filament boosts fire damage dealt. So I think we automatically just switch to that. We don't lose a heavy load. We also picked up another item, which I can't recall off the top of my head. I believe it was a weapon. Uh-oh. I believe it was a weapon. It was the shield. Let's have a look. The shield's the brass shield. On the larger side for a medium-sized shield, the face has been covered in brass, commonly employed in the shattering. No skill. It's got 100% resistance. It weighs quite a bit. It weighs almost double our other shields here. Which makes it a little less appealing, in my opinion. It looks like we've kind of cleared out this area. Another ladder right here we can climb. Marked off by a torch, so make sure you can see it. Not quite sure what's going to be up here. Just a way down. Too high up. Just a way down, it looks like. No, this looks right, or decent enough. I don't know why I'm going between both my equipment and inventory. I just wanted to drop one rainbow stone. Yeah, it barely made a noise at all. So I guess we'll jump down here. Normally I kind of like to backtrack and go all the way the normal route, if you will. Looks like that scaly misbegotten saw me. I just keep calling them all scaly misbegottens. I mean, they look pretty misbegotten to me, and I guess they do have some scales, particularly on their tail. Lots of cleaving going on. Looks like maybe to reach this other wall, we might have to fall onto it. Do I want to drop down here? Yeah, I guess. We'll slide down the ladder real quick. See what we can find. I imagine not a whole lot down here, just kind of the path. The normal pathing, if you will. This man's too busy cleaving away at nothing. Or I get some, cleaving away at some corpses. Oh, right. This is the reason why we didn't come over here. There is an item behind this tree. I'm just worried that once we engage this man, we might have some extra visitors. I think I'm not going to go for the backstab because I imagine this dude's got a lot of HP. So therefore my strat... Oh, he's getting up. Let's do a full charge. R2. The second one was not full charge, but we basically almost two-shot it anyway. And the Sanctuary Stone for our efforts. We already picked up one of those. They seem to be a higher level of a Ruin Fragment. So got a Smithing Stone ×3 for our effort there, which is pretty handy. We can use that to upgrade our torch potentially. We did switch to the new torch, right? Yes, we did. You can see it has some wires on it. Otherwise, I'm sure it's going to be pretty much the same. I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but it is an interesting ability. You can walk through the fire, which is good to know. Take a quick drink of water here as I slow down climbing the ladder since I can't hold circle anymore. Alright. Instead, you just have to watch me slowly climb up and watch the cloth physics of my scale armor. Let's two-hand the great axe again. Hang out on some gallows. Lots of gallows in this area. Not a pleasant place to be. And this nerd is rather happy with what he's done. I can't believe that one shot me as it fell. So the winged ones seem to come with a bow. Please take fall damage. It did. So now I wonder, can the other one climb ladders? Is that what's gonna happen here? I think it's gonna follow me up this way. Well, what about it? What about over here? Do we see it? Nope. We don't see it. I mean, it made the encounter much simpler with one falling. Surely it didn't die. Oh well. Not gonna go searching for that one. We're a little hurt. We have 5 flasks out of 6. Ladder ahead. Ladder ahead. Yeah, it's not really marked off. But if you were astute, you probably would have seen it. This man has so many arrows in him. And he's still fighting. Jeez. I commend the effort. Looks like we're working our way around. We could probably fall down right there. Surprised we're not seeing anything else up here. Except for a butterfly, of course. Oh, we found a site of grace. Kind of reminiscent of Sen's fortress. You have to fall down to get to the bonfire. What about down here? There is a ladder that leads to the back wall that we saw already. I want to see if we can find the one who fell. Doesn't seem like it. Maybe it did just die. Falling all the way from the top of the fort. Not quite sure what's going to be over here. Probably just an item. Ambush. That is a fun animation that it has. Just kind of swings wildly. I'm surprised I didn't notice that. Just kind of got the jump on me. Although, not necessarily, since it didn't actually hit me. Smithing stone 2 times 2. Definitely need more of those. One more look down here. I'm gonna naturally assume now that the archer, the winged archer that fell, did die. Because I'm not seeing anything. We've been looking for a while. So now the question is, what happens if we go down that ladder? It looks like they both lead to the same. They do. So let's go touch grace. Right here. I assumed it was safe to do that. Oh, can we not get out? I didn't think this through, apparently. Can we not get out right here? Can we ride the horse? I kind of imagined we cannot. We cannot ride the horse. Oh no. FromSoft, what have you done? You trapped me down here. Is this seriously? Oh, okay, I was gonna say, nowhere else to go. But instead you find the way through the back. I guess this is the way to go, and over there was probably a couple items that we missed. Hopefully we can find our way back up. Rather unfortunate, I guess next time I fall, even if it's out of sight of grace, I'll have to think things through. Make sure we can get back up. Just naturally assumed that we would be able to. I hear the twinkling of a scarab. There's a blue item there as well. Looks like you have to jump to get over there. I don't know if that's wise or not. A bunch of slimes right here below us. Thankfully we got a new torch to test it out on them, I guess. I guess we'll fall down here since there's a blue item. Looks like we're gonna have to fall one way or the other. Another stone sword key. So I believe we have about 5, which means that anytime we see a place to use them, we will definitely consider it. Just want to fall slightly. Still hear the twinkling. Lots of scalies here. I don't know if these slimes are gonna see us. They look like they're not having a great time, these scalies. The slimes do see us. They're gonna slowly creep up for an ambush. Let's try two-handing the torch. Seems alright. We'll probably upgrade this one. I didn't expect to find another torch, to be honest, so I was very close to upgrading that beginner torch that we saw, or that we have. I kind of expect an ambush. I'm inside the building. And that's not how that went down. Before we go on to that rampart wall, we'll go into this room here. This prison, it looks like. Lots of blood on the ground. Oh, looks like you could have fell if you jumped on that other building, or on top of this roof, I guess. Pickled turtleneck. Oh. I didn't see that at all. You were a little slow landing on me. This looks like a normal slime to me. I just did the fire breath. It does just leave fire on the ground, which actually seems kind of handy versus these sludges. We'll drink up. Let's see what this prisoner has to say. This ghost of a prisoner. Ghostly noble. Please help me, I'm of noble blood. If those hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Anything but that, please. Think of the disgrace. Well, seems a little too late for that. Also, I don't know if I find your noble blood that much of a reason to stop you from getting eaten, my friend. Everyone gets eaten, one way or the other. You eat or get eaten. Found the scarab below. Just an HP scarab. We got an iron cleaver. That sludge is going to slowly creep toward us, but we definitely have enough time to check out this cleaver. It's a one-hand axe. Rather a small axe. Fairly large iron cleaver, commonly used by the maltreated and misbegotten. Steeped in resentment, these weapons are swung wildly and relentlessly, often after rushing up to foes with the Wild Strike's ability. It's pretty heavy. It seems to have much better strength scaling than the other axes, which adds up to previous Souls experience. Tends to have some one-hand axes that tend to scale with strength pretty well, so that might be worth upgrading a little bit at some point. Maybe if we have, or if we find ourselves with tons of smithing stones. I just recalled that I used that sacrificial axe to get more FP back, and then we didn't summon that noble sorcerer. Although I don't think we can at this moment. We don't have the icon to our left. I really doubt there's a precious item here, but I'm gonna check because I'm gullible. Not surprised. So yeah, maybe you can only summon one type of summon per area. This does seem to be a one-way path down, which is rather unfortunate because we're gonna have to go back up and around. Oh, this is a big one. I didn't expect it to be a big one. It's okay, I'll chuck one of these. I forgot about that attack. I'll chuck one of these. Didn't seem too phased by getting set on fire. That phased it though. Timed a well-timed charge strike. Seemed to stagger it mid-combo. Got a smoldering butterfly back for our efforts. We don't necessarily need to make more. Let's make a couple more. Don't want to rely on the fire pots too much. Once again, we got a window to nothing in this tower. The old classic FromSoft design. Building towers and castles, but not thinking too hard as to what's in them. Highly doubt this was going to be a mimic, but I still gotta check. Twin Blade Talisman. A new talisman, eh? Enhances final hit of chain attacks. A talisman depicting a twin blade and a confessor. Enhances the final hit ending a chain of attacks. The twin blade technique is a tradition of the confessors, who closely guard the secret of how they preserve the momentum of their attacks. Thus is the final strike of their onslaught all the more deadly. That seems like a unique talisman. Definitely be put to good use, but probably not by our character. Still pretty disappointed that it looks like we're just gonna head down now, rather than up to the other part of the castle that we missed. I guess we'll have to go back there after we clear this section. Speaking of clearing this section, what do we got going on around here? So, got crumbling walls of the rest of this fort, leading to an outlook position along the coast. Lots of jellyfish, and an axe misbegotten here, as well as a winged one. And then in the distance, we have a pathway leading to this gateway, which probably, my guess is a boss. Gotta be a boss. Looks like we're gonna drop down here. Land on the red scarab. Get a bunch of our potions back. We are now full. Tarnished golden sunflower. 3 of them, in fact. Could always use more of those, even though we're not really crafting them. What can we craft? Nothing too interesting, of course, but just want to have a look. Can make a bunch of fire grease with our root resins now. We have 3 of them already. Still don't have a whole lot of human bone shards. I'm almost looking back at what the Great Mimics were doing in the previous video. I'm almost wondering if they just randomly point in a direction. If you read the description, it says only without any sense of order, useful as a last resort for those who have lost their way, or for use by those who believe that unrefined guidance will lead to truer encounters. To me, that almost reads, yeah, you can use this, it'll point you a direction, it doesn't mean it's going to point you anywhere good. And then the script stone doesn't seem that particularly useful either. What can we do with... Oh, it's this that we can make with the golden sunflowers, so we might as well make a couple of these. Sure, why not? Right now. We'll test it out at a later date. Well done. Those tricky platformers. Yes, I agree, that is likely boss, especially because now as we get closer we see a golden fog wall. Which I think guarantees that it's a boss. I don't think we've ever gone through a fog wall and came out the other side not fighting something. Just finding our way down. Message said, rat ahead. Lots of jellyfish. So I imagine when we fall, we'll find some rats. Land on this. I want to call it a column, but it's not a column. Columns are vertical. More smithing stones for our platforming prowess. Not taking any damage. We did find the rat. This misbegotten is cowering. Is it scared of the rat? Oh, lots of rats. Lots of rats. I had a feeling. Oh, no. This is our first real death that we've had in quite a while. And by real death, I mean non-boss death. Oh, that sucked. I knew when I saw the misbegotten cowering in the corner that he was not the issue. And then I saw the one rat, and I was like, it's just one rat. It was more than one rat. Let's go up here since we didn't go up here last time. As I kind of imagined, there's actually nothing up here. They just made it look good, so you'd have to fall down here. This one's also cowering. Why are they all cowering? What is along these walls that they're scared of? The answer is me. I'm here. Might as well get some more souls. We're not going to bother with the slimes in the alleyway. They probably haven't even noticed us since we fell down the building. Not going to mess with any of that over there, including the slime. We're just going to jump down. Such a disappointing death there. We don't need that scarab. We'll just run to where we died. Almost jumped right over the wall there. That would have been bad. Try rolling. Alright, let's try this one again. Our slow axe did not help. But I'm not going to blame it on the axe. It is a little odd. Ranged battle does seem like an idea. Does seem a little odd. I guess I can't shoot looking straight down like that. That our axe cannot one-shot these creatures. But the fire pot does. Got the runes back. Got a whip. Time for the whip spec. I'm just kidding. It is a dexterity weapon, of course. Leather whip, not originally used for combat, but as an instrument of pain. Though its supple attacks cannot be thwarted by parrying or even guarding, it is incapable of dealing critical hits. Although it still has a critical of 100, so that's kind of funny. That could be fun to play around with. I had a fun power stance whip spec in Dark Souls 2. Kind of just waltzed into this square without thinking too hard about it. There's no way this is a secret. Liar, oh liar. And again, I've heard a rumor that power stancing might be a thing in this game. Actually, now that we have a bunch of axes, let's test this theory out. So 12 and 15. Let's just use the lower stats. Okay. Oh, you just have to have 2 out. And then it's your L1 becomes your quote-unquote power stance, your dual-wield move set. Okay, okay. I said I wasn't going to mess around with too many weapons, move sets, but now we're in the middle of it. Oh, look at that. These are some fun attacks. I can see this being very useful in PvP. Those are quick and deadly with some decent range. Now the question is, can we power stance the Great Axe? Oh my gosh, we can! Holy crap! Are we? We're heavy rolling for sure. Yeah. I'm intrigued. I don't know if that's gonna be something we can do. Maybe when we have much more endurance, we'll consider that. But for now, let's not get too crazy. We're doing pretty dang well with our Great Axe as is. Another Site of Grace here. I guess to get you to that next boss a little bit faster. Doesn't look like there's anything else going on this platform. Fat coin purse ahead. I'm not gonna think too hard about that one. Lots of jellyfish. And nothing back there, of course. First off, turn back and then seek grace. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I got it, though. But good message. Jumping ahead. They really want you to jump down. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the sleeping misbegotten. Extra scaly. If we, we're power stancing there, that man would have died much faster. A bunch of throwing daggers. That one might still be alive down there. Got an arrow in our crotch. Not the best spot for it. You got an arrow in your crotch, or you just happy to see me? Another old Fang. I didn't expect old Fangs to actually come from those monsters. Thought it was just maybe a random drop that we found. Material ahead. Looks like a graveyard in the distance, and indeed, this archer did not die. Oh, okay. He's just feathering me with arrows. Somber smithing stone. We didn't really have a look. There's not much to see. Like I said, looks like a graveyard. Looks like a boss arena. Go and read these messages. Try jumping. Okay, now we deal with some jellyfish. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Can't tell if there's an item over there. A bunch of crabs and an item to our left. It does seem like they're emitting light, so it's not necessarily an item that I'm seeing along the wall. Thankfully I clipped this one behind us because it was definitely mid-attack animation. So only got hit once there. Oh, they seem to be all mad. Which, you know what? Fair. I did just come and ruin your jellyfish party. It does look like they have a front. Like that they had to turn and look at you. Which you might not expect from a jellyfish otherwise. I do know that they have like light photosensitive I don't know the word I'm looking for. I want to say pustules. That's definitely not the word. They do have a way to sense light. Jellyfish in real life. Some of them anyway. Probably not all of them. Did not like the look of that attack that it was doing. It was probably a grab. So theoretically, maybe some jellyfish have a front and a back, but I feel like most jellyfish, or at least when I think of a jellyfish, it's kind of like a... just kind of floats around in the water, goes where wherever the... I don't know why I didn't expect a giant crab to be here. Jellyfish go wherever the current leads them. That was an interesting attack. So it's like sideswiped us, and then we ended up beside it. Because it turned during the middle of that animation, made it easier for it to follow up with a big attack. Crab required ahead. Bunch of fire arrows, 15 in fact. As these crabs continue to eat the corpse of that man we looted. Are fire arrows going to be helpful for the next boss? Who knows? We'll find out when we throw a fire pot at them, I guess. We'll also, oh, I guess we can summon, something to help us. Guess the next most expensive thing is the rotten stray ashes. We'll try that. Since I decided we're gonna use it, a little bit. Oh, there is a creature right there. That appears, I think we fought something very similar to that in a wolf cave. I can't remember the name of it. It was like something of Farum Azula. Try striking. Yeah. Try striking, you say. Striking meaning, the hammer. But I don't know how much more damage it's gonna do. I noticed when I was looking at the stats in a previous video, I did not take into account two-handing it, so we're at 230 there. What about the rusted anchor? Two-hand that. 47. So definitely more damage than I was looking at. But this great axe, man, this great axe, 288. It's hard to argue with that. We do have the fire arrows equipped onto our left trigger. If I remember correctly, that's how that works. Or our right trigger. Yeah, because L1 is to zoom in on the bow. R1 and R2 are to shoot the bow. Leonin Misbegotten. Looks not the quickest of beasts. Okay. Jumped to prove me wrong. Let's go towards the middle of the island. Did 250 damage. That's not bad. Do I have time to do this? No, not really. I was going to switch to the holy bot. Okay, so it's got a big shockwave. Okay, that was quite a combo. Was not prepared for that. Nor that. Should have probably gone for a swing there after the failed chug. Doing some decent damage. Just need to dodge properly, which I'm not necessarily doing. That did a bit of damage, that yell that he did. Sideswipe attack followed up by a dash forward. We got two swings off there. Two swings there. We staggered it. It did a stamp sweep attack on us. I'm a little scared that we're at the edge of the arena. We were not that close. Oh, I'm crouching. I'm crouching. Okay, I dodged. Don't know what happened there. This is the time to attack, but I slowly crept up on it to crouch instead. Is this it? That's it. Not too bad. We didn't even need the rotten stray. I thought about it in the middle of that fight, but I realized it was not necessary. We got an achievement for that. I guess this is the end of the zone, theoretically. So that makes sense that we got an achievement. Let's check out this sword that we got. Is a Colossal Sword. That's a new type of sword. Requires 40 strength, 14 dex. What the heck kind of sword is this? The storied sword of Castle Morne, a revenger's weapon. It is burdened with oceans of anger and regret, one of the legendary armaments. A lone surviving champion from a country now vanished was so determined to continue fighting that he claimed the swords of an entire clan of warriors. And it's got a unique skill, Oath of Vengeance. Swear an oath upon the great sword to avenge the clan, temporarily raising all attributes for certain duration. While the oath's effect are active, poise will also be increased. Wow. I'm very intrigued at that. We might... I was thinking of going to 14 dex anyway, at least. And if we do that, we can two-hand that sword. I'm pretty intrigued, to say the least. We probably cannot... We can't change the weapon, but I wonder if we can change... The weapon skill, I should say, but I wonder if we can change the affinity of it. I guess we can check out right here. Before we sit down, though, let's have a look at the arena. That boss felt pretty easy. Why is it always item, but still no item? To me, that message reads that there's nothing over here. It's a nice little arena, though. I kind of like the situation we got here. Why is it always a necessary item? I guess there is a hole ahead. Nothing going on in this arena. But still, pretty pleased as to how that went down. We did not find the father of, I want to say Irina. Irina. I was wondering if that was maybe the name of another NPC in another Dark Souls game. Souls 1 or 3 or something. Let's sit down. And by sit down, I mean touch grace. What's with that guy's helmet? He had an Elden ring on his helm. Ashes of War. Just quickly see if we can change it. It would have appeared over here, I assume. Underneath the Claymore, so we cannot. So we cannot make it strength scaling. We can level up once. Get that point of dexterity in. Or just go for some HP. Get another 29 HP. It's not really helping us or hurting us one way or the other. Could also get more endurance. Seems like it'll be handy later. Strength only increases our damage by 1. Dexterity doesn't really do any of that. So I'm leaning towards just going for a point of HP just for the moment. And hopefully we'll get some big score of souls. We can level up dexterity altogether. Or at least 2 points at once. That's kind of what I'm hoping for there. So we did sit down, everything respawned. We can't go back the way we came. I don't know why I sat down again. I'm just so used to the idea of sitting down to teleport. I want to look at this sword over here. I don't know why, it just kind of stood out. Nothing special about it. Okay, so if we go behind the castle, we cannot go back up. So we have to go back to the Castle Morne lift. Unfortunately. And then we'll probably run through. Not die in this hole right here. Are you ready? We'll probably run through this castle. Basically get back to where that site of grace is. The second one. And then go explore the rest of the castle walls that we did not encounter. Did not thoroughly check. And finish our expedition here. Since we do have the opportunity, let us summon our rotten stray. That's a big old disgusting doggo. It only has one eye. Actually, you'd probably maybe can see out of the second one. I don't know. Looks kind of closed. Just wanted to have a little bit of support as we fight these dogs, because I don't think you can outrun dogs necessarily. Or it doesn't seem like a wise decision. I want to see how much damage this dog does. Not quick enough. Not quick enough in his damage. Almost just got mauled to death there. It did 22. Okay, we probably don't need to fight all these creatures. Get some butterflies. This pumpkin-headed man probably drops a lot of souls, so I'll try killing it again. Actually, you know what time it is, folks. It's time to pull out the rusted anchor and go for some dual-wield action. See how much damage this does together. Do a full combo. Okay, so it did quite a bit less damage. Dropped another Sanctuary Stone. Not quite sure what we're looking for to make that do some competitive damage to our two-hand Great Axe. Maybe more strength. More strength will scale the one-hand Great Axe better. And if we put heavy on the Rusted Anchor, it'll also scale better later as well. Our dog despawned, which is fair enough. Let's switch to Holy Water Pots and back to the Noble Sorcerer, because we have not used him yet. I don't think we can use him, because I think you can only use one summon per area, as I kind of mentioned earlier. We're one-handing this. No, we are two-handing this. Just seemed like we did a little bit of less damage than I'm used to. So we're back at this junction. I'm gonna shoot this one in the head. And it fell. And it fell. What about this one? Shoot this one in the head. Seemed to work. That right between the eyes. Or rather, right in the left eye. Oh, I heard an arrow being fired. Did they both fall? They must have both fell. I left. What about if I try this way? So, there is the Site of Grace on the other side of this wall. What does this say? Futility ahead. We got the ladder we could have tried right here. Lots going on in this location. Two Godric soldiers fighting a bunch of misbegotten. Take out the one that's flying, since everyone else seems to be a little preoccupied. Okay, I wasn't sure if we'd be able to hit it since it was on top of this tent. I got a little cocky there. Just one misbegotten left. Oh, those are some nice back steps. That was not. I thought I was facing it. Oh, I almost just died. Should have thrown a holy water pot at the mess rather than entering with an R2. See what kind of damage a holy water pot would do. I imagine some decent damage. Friend ahead. We could fall back down that way. It's not necessarily what we want to do. I'm hoping that the NPC we're looking for is up here. And he is. Wasn't sure if that would be the case. Or if he turned into the Leonin creature that we fought. Was it a Leonin misbegotten? I don't know. What do you have to say for yourself?
There's a face I've not seen before.
Likewise.
I'm Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. So you can see how things have turned out.
Yeah, it looks like a nice place you got here. The menials.
They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid Castle Morne won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology.
Sacrificial twig. You know, I could have used that earlier. Don't give the letter.
Now then, away with you. You've no reason to risk your neck dawdling here, eh? Now then, away.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check that that's all he's going to say. Let's deliver the letter.
From Arena. Thank you. I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet.
Why?
Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morne does not fall into the wrong hands.
Oh, you mean this sword? The sword that I have? I notice his one hand has finger digits, but his other hand is more like a mitt. I guess you would want your sword hand to be better protected than your shield hand.
If you see Arena, do tell her that her father will come for her once he's fulfilled his duty.
What duty? I just cleared your whole castle, man.
That her father will come.
What if I put on the sword that I imagine he's talking about? Hey, you see this thing? I even got a torch for you. See this?
If you see Arena, her father.
This sword is so ugly. Holy crap. So did I miss something here? I feel like I kind of explored this whole little bit. Unless there's a way down into the castle. But I kind of doubt it. Don't know how much time I want to waste looking around in attempts to finding her father. Because I feel like her father would be here. So I think what we're gonna do I don't know what we're gonna do. I feel like maybe we'll run to the other side of the ramparts. Just figuring out how to get over there. I guess you have to go into the room on the right over here. Yeah, there was nothing up there. Just a bunch of misbegottens battling more Godric soldiers. Or some of them not battling at all, for whatever reason. Yeah, nothing going on over here. Oh, so they were about to battle this knight, but I ruined their party and they all attacked me instead. That's kind of funny. Climb up this ladder. Because this little area is the only place we haven't really looked. It's where I'm pointing the camera. And I think as long as we don't get engaged with these men, we can kind of just run past. There's just an item over here. Can I teleport? I can just teleport out, so... Okay. I could just teleport out. This man ruined my fun. I still can't. I am technically in battle now. So I guess we're clearing out this area. How about now? No, because this one sees me as well. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can get on top of those towers. I can teleport now. I actually want to teleport to this one, the Bridge of Sacrifice. Because Irina should be over here. Although, I don't think I saw her on the map. So hopefully she is. Can ride our horse again.
Arena. How could this be? My daughter deserved better.
You look like the same exact man as the last one.
Alright with me.
Yeah, of
I
course.
chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered.
Now I understand why all the messages were about despair when we first encountered Arena.
I'll find them. The foul wretch is responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them.
I mean, I've been joining that crusade.
Arena.
For my own sake, though.
I'll find them. The foul. I'll hunt them. Rest assured.
You really don't want this letter from your daughter?
The foul wretch. I'll hunt them down. Rest assured.
Did you even introduce yourself? Castellan Edgar. Castellan Edgar. Was that the same man? I really should have maybe read his name on the map. Well, I guess that means we're done with this area now. We can go fight that rune bear. Again, kind of forgot. So I think I'm gonna call this a video, a rather sad ending for Irina's quest. It's unfortunate. I wonder if there's anything I could have done differently. I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know, maybe you have to try to deliver the letter and not kill the boss or something. Do I still have the letter on me? I'm not seeing it. So I guess I don't. Oh well. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. And click the like button if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.